Hey, are you thinking of moving to Collingwood and you want to learn more about the Collingwood Waterfront, the Collingwood lifestyle of living on the water? Or if you're not living in the water, you just want to learn more about the waterfront in general because there's so many access points and stuff like that. Well, stick around because this video, I'm going to take you through a few different areas of Collingwood, show a few different waterfront communities, a few different, marinas, parks, playgrounds. We'll touch base on a few things and just kind of go along the Collingwood shoreline. I'm going to do it on a jet ski so I can get nice and close to shore and show you a few things that you wouldn't be able to necessarily on a boat. So yeah, hope you learn lots. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you subscribe and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about everything about living in Collingwood, waterfront or not. My name's Kevin De Silva and I'm a local real estate agent here with the Royal LePage Locations North, and I get calls all the time from people just like you that are looking to move here, make that lifestyle change and live in the four-season playground of Collingwood. If that's you, in the description box of this video, you can there's all the ways you can reach out to me, including a Zoom link where you can book a call directly on my calendar. Now let's get on with the waterfront shoreline tour. Even just starting right here, the Collingwood terminals you'll see behind me, I'm not going to talk too much about it. There is a proposed plan for it to make it a hotel and a condo and revitalize it. I'll cover more of that as things go on, but I'm just gonna be here in the harbor for the first part of this video. There's so much to look at, right? Just right here in the harbor, there's like the scenery, the blue mountain in the background, the kayaking, the paddleboarding, we're learning how to sail behind me, the yacht club over there. And then you got, downtown Collingwood. We'll go there right next, okay? So you got the shipyards right behind me. We'll talk about that in just a minute. There's just so much. This is like the true four-season playground. It's just amazing over here in Collingwood. And people love waterfront, just enjoying their time on the water. Again, whether they live there or not, whether they're directly on the water or they go to the water often to enjoy being in a waterfront community, essentially. Yeah, let's go right downtown, like right where you can see like here, Ontario, and we'll go there next. All right, let's start right here in the downtown harbor, downtown Collingwood. Right behind me, you could see here, Ontario. So that's like right downtown. There's quite a few things to explain right here. One of my favorite things is that you could just like bring your boat or jet ski and dock right here for free and go for a walk, go for lunch, go for dinner, just walk downtown Collingwood. That's like probably my favorite thing to do out on the water is just go for a ride from Wasaga over to here and just go for dinner. There's a few things real estate wise over here. You got the Shipyards development right here. These are pretty exclusive. If you're on the waterfront here, it could be 1.5, 1.7, some even hit $2 million. And on the inside, there's some townhouses, bungalows, like attached bungalows that couldn't go as low as 800,000. So this is a really cool community. And again, right downtown, walking distance to everything. So that's pretty neat. The other new development right here behind me also is the Collingwood Quay. It hasn't broken ground yet. This is going to be a nice, waterfront condo development right here on the water. It's surrounded by 3 sides of water, so that's gonna be really cool. It's just gonna elevate the Collingwood waterfront. And then in behind that, you could see Harbour House, which has already started occupancies. Units there, the smaller ones starting at around the $600,000 mark. So that's some condo style living, few condo style options living, and then you got townhomes over here on this side, and then of course the marina right here behind us. And you can dock your boat and hang out here. You can rent a slip for the season. Even if you don't live on the water, you can be on the water often here in Collingwood. This is Millennium Park right here, right behind the terminals. This is a really cool park. A lot of locals could come in here to cool off. They just jump off the break wall right there. You might see some kids jumping off right now, and adults, of course. Really cool spot to come jump off, cool off. Some people like fishing over there on the end over there. And yeah, just one of the nice waterfront areas when you don't live on the waterfront to come and hang out at. Okay, so before we take off out of the Collingwood Harbor and show you the rest of the shoreline, I'm just gonna go get fuel at the Southwinds Marine, which is right behind me as I'm going in. That is where you would get fuel for your boat at Southwinds Marine. It's at the Living Waters Resort, and Actually, the Living Waters Resort has Lakeside Grill, which is the only waterfront restaurant in all of Collingwood. So if you want waterfront dining, it's facing the Marina, basically, the Southwinds Marine. So that's a cool spot over here. And then I don't know if you noticed that house I just passed. That's like one of the coolest houses around here. It's got a helicopter pad. That like hump over there you see behind me, that's a helicopter pad. Sometimes they'll be taken off in and out, taken off and coming in while we're here, or going in and out. Mariner's Haven, semi-detached homes. I don't even remember the last sale. It's been years, I think. 2 million was the last sale. They're super rare, super exclusive, almost never come up. But this would be their view, right? Behind, looking out looking up to the bay. So yep, I'm just gonna go gas up and then we're gonna continue on with the tour. Southwinds Marine is before I go get fuel. This is also another place where you can rent a boat slip. A lot of people rent boat slips that don't live in one of the waterfront communities. You can rent a boat slip in here for about, last time I checked, it was about $2,500 for the season. But this will be easy. You just pull in, you'll get a parking pass to park the car right behind these boats over there in the parking lot over there, and you just walk on over, hop in your boat, and you're in Collingwood Harbor. You can go on and with your day. Some really cool boats in here, as you can see, and yeah, a really good option for again, if you don't live on the water. Okay, so I'm starting on the east end. This is Indian Trail behind me, and then you got Georgian Bay. The homes here go for like 1.5 to 2.5. This is the east side of Collingwood, almost bordering Wasaga Beach. If you go way that way, you got Wasaga Beach, and then over towards the terminals over there, towards downtown Collingwood. One thing to be careful about here is look at the big boulders. Look how big some of these boulders are right here. You got to be so careful when you're in here. And again, that's why I'm doing it on a jet ski, because with the boat, I can't get this close to shore to give you a point of view perspective of what the shoreline is like here and what the water is like here, right? So just something to note, be careful. But like I said, homes 1.5, 2.5, sometimes more. And yeah, this is Indian Trail. That white one right there is for sale right now for 2.3. Not sure if it will still be up when I post this video, but just for you to get a sense of what it's like over here on the far east side. All right, on to the next stop. All right, I'm here in the popular Blue Shores, again, east side of Collingwood. This is really cool. It's a waterfront community, and there's detached homes in here, but it's still part of a condo corporation. So there's amenity maintenance fees you'll have to pay. They're about $450 to $500 a month, but they get you a lot of stuff. Like, look, you can't tell from here. That's a tennis court and a pickleball court right here on the water. Like, that's going outwards towards the bay. So it's a really cool scene from up there, but I just happen to be on the water today, so we'll get another angle on another tour sometime. But homes in here, if they're non-waterfront, I've seen them selling the 8s and 9s, and then on the waterfront, you could be up to $1 million, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, it's a really nice sought-after community with a lot of amenities, indoor, outdoor pools, gym, the tennis courts, like I said, right on the water outside, your own private marina where you can rent or buy a slip. So yeah, this is a really cool spot on the east side of Collingwood, and again, highly sought after. If you want beach, you're still close to Beach Area 6. If you want that sandy beach, you'll see from where we just came from on Indian Trail how like rocky it is. It's super clear, but it's rocky. So if you want sandy, go over to Wasaga Beach. But yeah, this is the Blue Shores community. And yeah, lots to offer in here. All right, so we're at Sunset Point, the Sunset Point Beach, the Sunset Point Playground that all the kids love. You probably see the play structure in the back there from the playground. And we're working our way west towards the terminals, back towards the Blue Mountain direction. But this is a really popular spot. I mean, real estate-wise, St. Lawrence over here, it's very few sales. Like there was a record sale of $6.1 million for something extremely unique not long ago. But this is not so much about... This is the real estate here. Well, it is about the real estate, but if you're not on the waterfront, this is a popular spot to come and hang out, right? Go to the playground, come for a swim at Sunset Point Beach. It's a bit rocky over there. As you can see, it's still rocky. Like pretty much all the shoreline here is rocky, right? So if you want sandy, you got to go to Wasaga, like I said. But yeah, that's Sunset Point. Great scenery over here, as you can see. And you don't have to live on the water for this. You're a Collingwood resident, you get a parking pass, you can come hang out here, or there's paid parking if you're from one of the outskirt towns like Blue Mountain or Wasaga Beach. But again, don't bring your boat too close. It's really, really shallow. There's a lot of big rocks, and there's some outlier rocks too, so be careful there. And yeah, that's all I got for right now at Sunset Point. But the walking trails, the beach, there's a lot of walking, hiking, biking here. It's probably one of the most popular spots between this and Millennium Park at the terminals are like the two most popular hangout spots on the water, I'd say. There's quite a few, but I'd say those are the most popular. All right, so right behind me are the Cranberry condo townhomes. So I'm in Whites Bay. I'm on this side of the terminals now, and again, working my way west. And you see the Cranberry units right there on the water. So this bay's pretty protected. You could see how there's like a really, really shallow spots right there. There's some huge rocks that stops some of the waves. It's, good to come paddle boarding in here and stuff. So these units, they're popular with seasonal rentals too in here, eh? So if you want to buy it and you're not here part of the year and you want to rent it out for the season, that's pretty popular over here too. And depending on the unit, it could be 12,000, 15,000 or more for a season. Winter and summer, they kind of rent in both seasons. It's more popular in the winter, but I don't know. It's pretty popular all year, I find. Units here go from $700 for an inside unit. There's some recent sales of 1.1 on the water. Can't really get your boat here though. You can ride in here with a jet ski. I wouldn't really come with a boat in here. I personally wouldn't. But yeah, that's the Cranberry condos, and I'm working my way over west. Next stop, Lighthouse Point. On our way over to Lighthouse Point, but I didn't want to forget about Rupert's Landing, still here in Whites Bay. So there's some units in there as well. But you can see what the water's like over here. Clear, but again, super rocky, very shallow, narrow channel going out from here if you're in the Rupert's Landing area. So just, be careful and be mindful of that. Okay, so now we are in the very popular Lighthouse Point. This is a really cool community over here. Again, another waterfront community. A lot of condos over here, ranging from quite a wide range. As low as $500,000 to a waterfront one. Most recent was 1.3 million. Again, sizes and stuff like that, differences. But it's really nice. It's secluded in here. There's good protection here. There's deep water. There's a ton of boats. You can buy your rent a slip in here. Popular with seasonal rentals, just like Cranberry, where we just came from. Very popular for seasonal rentals. This is a really cool spot, over working our way west on the shores of Collingwood. And so water's super clear over here. You can see tons of boats. There's a gas dock over here just at the end, so you can get gas. There's plenty of amenities, just like some of the other places like Blue Shores, like Cranberry, like all the other places around here. They've got basically all the amenities. That's a big amenity building there. And yeah, you can't really see all the buildings over these rocks, but it's a pretty big community. There's a lot of units in here, and there's a lot to choose from on most markets. But yeah, that's Lighthouse Point. All right, we are over at Princeton Shores. This is pretty much almost at the western edge going toward Blue Mountain. You could kind of see Blue Mountain in the back, except I'm really close to shore. See how that rock over there? See how shallow it is right now, and the big boulders you got to be careful for? It's kind of a mixture, rocky, sandy over here. And that's Princeton Shores right behind me. That's actually tennis courts right on the water. If you're into playing tennis, you can join the Collingwood Tennis Club, and there's drop-in men's and women's league, mixed league, where you can go play there. So you don't have to live on the water to come enjoy the waterfront. Like, those courts are right on the water. When we're playing, there's always people coming in and out, swimming, paddle boarding, bringing their kayaks. They don't want to be, let's say, in the harbor or something. There's just so many spots. But on this end, it's pretty quiet, exclusive. Princeton Shores and Bartlett's just right there. Homes here, they don't come up super often, but there's some available often enough. And most of the time, they range between 2.5 million and 4.5 million. There's a few outliers there, but that's the range. But they're all very unique, very different, very custom, very exclusive, very high end. Even the ones that need a lot of work still go for, that 2.5 million range, just because of the location. This location is just, one of the most sought after in Collingwood. But as I'm going away, you can start seeing Blue Mountain in the background, and it's just such a beautiful scenery over here. They're facing the old lighthouse over there. If you want to learn more about the history too, I try to talk about a few things on these tours, but there's a few tours in Collingwood that will take you for like a 2-hour tour, kind of explain a few things. It's a nice evening out or a day out, and they have a few options for that. So, keep in mind for that. Yeah, so working west would be Long Point, Grey Road 21, and that's the cutoff for the border of Collingwood, right? So right after Grey Road 21, you're now in Blue Mountain, Grey County. On this side, you're Simcoe County, Collingwood. A lot of people think it's the same area, but it's actually two different areas to keep in mind. So we're not going to go all the way there, but it's pretty much just a couple more minutes over, and you're at the Blue Mountain Collingwood border. This is Princeton Shores. Look at the mountain in the back. Okay, so we just pulled the jet ski out of the water. That's the end of the tour. It's a Sea-Doo actually, but I always call it a jet ski, but it's actually a Sea-Doo. Somebody might call me out on that. But anyways, that's the end of the tour. I did not cover as much as I wanted to. There's so much more to cover on the Collingwood Waterfront, but I was trying to keep it high level, point of view from the jet ski style. Jet ski Sea-Doo style, like that point of view from the water side. But follow along for more videos, for more waterfront communities and everything there is to know about living in Collingwood and Wasaga Beach. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to helping you make a smooth move to Collingwood, whether it's on the water or not.